Hello, friends. I hope your week has been going well today. Today, we're going to do a reading about what part of yourself are you hiding or still rejecting. There's some part of you that you're closing off or that you feel like would not be easily accepted by other people. And of course, the reason that you feel like it's not easily accepted is because you're not accepting it. It's a part of you that you reject. I feel like there's something significant about needing to reveal what this part of you is. So we're going to get right into it. We're doing tarot today. Split the deck, and the first card is the Magician. This could be around your spirituality, your spiritual gifts, your spiritual beliefs. Could be a part of you that you feel like is non-conventional. You could have grew up in like a very religious household, and your set of beliefs can be very they can contrast but sort of contradict certain things within that religion. And so I feel like this could be something that you are hiding away within yourself right now. This card really wants to come out, so I'm going to keep it out. This could definitely be around like your spirituality. You can get a lot of intuitive hits. You could also have a lot of like spiritual gifts, intuitive gifts, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience. And you could just, there could be a lot of things that you just naturally know or you naturally pick up on. But what I'm getting is like this part of you that you're hiding away and almost in essence rejecting is making you distrust your spiritual gifts. So when you get certain intuitive hits, you kind of question them. You kind of question where they're coming from because you do not fully embrace your own beliefs, if that makes sense. And like I said, if this is around spirituality, like you cannot necessarily like follow a set book or have like, you know, a specific carved out kind of set of rules, like in a very religious way. And I feel like this is causing you to kind of question your own beliefs. So by questioning your own beliefs, you're questioning yourself. And by questioning yourself, it's making you question these intuitive gifts that you have. But if you look in certain religions, I mean, I feel like most of them have like some sort of offset where people categorize clairvoyance or clairsentience as something else. You know, they call it a prophet or a healer or, you know, I feel like it's just different words for it, but it's all under the same umbrella. I just feel like you have to accept that it's okay to have a different set of beliefs than the ones that you grew up in, that you grew up with. We got the Six of Pentacles. I'm drawn to a six energy always a lot of the time means like a call to balance, a call to realignment. You could be having some shame around money, not necessarily wanting to engage in an honest conversation about it. You could be going through a drought right now, or what could feel like a drought. You're kind of trying to figure out how to get out of it. But the more you focus on what you lack, the more lack you will attract, the more lack that you will notice. But I feel like you could be getting intuitive hits or intuitive nudges or intuitive pulls towards certain things that could pull you out of this financial drought. But because you are doubting your intuition, you cannot see clearly the answers that are kind of right in front of you. Because I'm drawing how this is like right in front of him, but I feel like there's a disconnect between him and what he's seeing. He's seeing the lack. I feel like he's looking at the leaves that are kind of brown and discolored. I'm gonna pull two more cards. What are you not wanting to see right now? Thank you, Spirit. We got the Nine of Wands. Yeah, I feel like right now you're questioning yourself a lot. You're questioning yourself a lot. You could also be asking, like, show me, show me, show me. And I feel like there are certain things that are being shown to you, but this doubt is really clouding your judgment. You're questioning if you're seeing what you're seeing. You could have been gaslit a lot in the past, and right now you could be gaslighting yourself. You could have had people constantly questioning you and your motives and the decisions that you choose to make. And this has kind of become something that you feel like is something that you need to do to yourself, that you need to constantly question yourself. You need to constantly question your intentions while you're doing things. Honestly, sometimes you don't need to have a reason to do something outside of you wanting to do it. If you decided you wanted to quit your job today and move to a different country, you really don't need to explain that to anyone, that that's what you're choosing to do. Would it be nice maybe for some people to have an explanation? Yes, but is that something that you are required to do? No. And I think there's something around that word expectations that you carry a lot of. Like, I think there's something about shame being directly attached to it. Like, there's something about you feeling like other people's expectations are like a requirement for you because they expect something out of you. You need to fulfill it, or you feel like you need to give them an explanation, or make sure that they're okay with your decision before you do it, and you don't. And I feel like this chapter of your life right now, especially if it's revolving around your abundance and it's revolving around your stability, is coming from this place of you needing to hear yourself, trust yourself, and know yourself on a deep level. Especially if you're like in a position where like you work a 9 to 5 or you work with someone else and you're wanting to build a business, you're wanting to build something of your own, you have to trust yourself. You have a lot of the times no one else to fall back on but yourself. Even if you have a business partner, you know, that's not a straight, clear path. Like, there's still a certain level of just like, you don't necessarily, like, you may have to check in with them with certain decisions, like, or big changes that you want to make to the company that you have together. But as far as them like waking you up and telling you what time to go to or what to do, like, I feel like that's why some people struggle so hard with the concept of having a business. This is not even like coming up with an idea or doing the thing. I feel like a lot of it comes from this fear of like, I'm not going to have anybody to tell me what to do. I genuinely feel like a lot of us are more comfortable when we have somebody telling us what to do, because that's how we've been brought up our entire life since childhood, with a certain level of like authoritarian regime in which it just tells us like what to do, how to dress, where to go, who to be, what path you should take, what path you shouldn't take, what path the world sees as worthy, what path the world sees as unworthy. And I feel like you're in this space right now, where you're needing to hear your own voice. Like, your higher self and your inner child is calling you to trust yourself. Whatever you're wanting to build, though, whatever you're wanting to do, don't question yourself on it. You know everything that you need to know. You have everything that you need within you. This is not something that you need to like overthink, over process, over analyze. There really is no such thing as failure. There's no such thing as failure. You may have to start over, but that's not failure. Three of Swords, similar interpretation, but the circumstances are not so severe. It is Three of Swords, you got it in the reverse. It is hard to bear the pain of separation, or to understand why we are afflicted with such deep sorrow. The pain is hard to let go, but it will go. And when it's in the reverse, it's not so severe. So you could be going through a separation. This could be something that you're holding some shame around. This could be like a separation within your relationship. This could also be like a separation from your family, and you're kind of keeping it close to your chest. You don't really want to talk to too many people about it, or you haven't talked to too many people about it. I think part of it could be a fear of like how they're going to interpret this separation. But I feel like, drawing back to that failure word, you could see the separation as a failure on your part in some sort of way, but it's not. Again, I said this last night. Anybody that's meant to be here is meant to be here. And anyone that is not meant to be here is not meant to be here. And you have to find peace and acceptance within that. Because you can try to force fetch to happen. You know, you can bring him back in, but expect the same treatment and expect your life to stay in a very similar way that it has been. Because sometimes we cannot receive those big levels of abundance and those wonderful opportunities because you literally have a snake right next to you that is ready to pounce on or destroy what you have, or literally do you physical harm or mental harm in some sort of way to keep you from obtaining that thing. So sometimes it's safer for us to not even have the thing, because who we have around us is so dangerous, could affect our life in such a huge way, that by you not obtaining this high level of success or whatever this is, it is a form of protection. So I think that there's a decision that you have to make right now with letting go and releasing whoever this is, whatever situation this is, whatever circumstances this is, and making peace with that at this point in time. Last card, we're going to do an oracle. Got two. If your mindset is fixed, try to free yourself from that. Rise above it. Don't place limitations on what you think you can achieve. Don't stand in your own way. Allow yourself to flourish in all the ways. Welcome abundance in all forms in your life. You know what to do, love. I'm not telling you anything that you don't know. This message is coming to you because there's a part of me that is aligned with a part of you. And I'm just essentially just the vessel that is conveying the message that you already know inside of you, this is information that you already know. It's just like validation for it. When there are questions you need assistance with, go inwards. Sit with yourself, meditate on the question, ask for help. Then trust your intuition, as most often the answer and guidance will be delivered to you intuitively. We are with you always. Trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. Readings are great. You know, readings are great to like help clarify certain things. But you don't need reading. You don't need a reader. You know, you could really read your own cards. You can read your own energy, because this is your energy. Like I said, I'm just a vessel to help you interpret what you're feeling. But everything you need is within you. You know, sit in silence. Connect with yourself. Take a nature walk with no headphones, nothing external to like cloud what you're hearing, and really connect and tap into yourself. I send you off with all the love in the world, and I hope you have a wonderful day today. Bye.